Good morning, welcome back dear students. I am your physics professor Dr. Nagaraj. So this is my third video on lasers. In the previous two videos we have discussed about Einstein's theory, condition for laser, requirements for laser, construction and working of carbon dioxide laser. Now comes the application of laser. See, that way laser has so many applications. It is finding its application in almost all the fields, whether it is entertainment or medical or agriculture or defense or research and development or communication, you name any field, laser is there. In fact, when laser was designed in 1960, there was a saying about the laser. Laser was called as solution for many problems. It gave a big relief to all because it has got so many applications. It is a very potential phenomena. Here we have what is called laser printer. Explain the construction and working of laser printer. So this is the question. Laser printer works on the principle of static electricity. Actually, this is very plain explanation. I will not go deep into the working of each and every part. I simply explain how actually laser printer works and what is the role of laser here. That way, not only laser, even that static electricity also has got some role to play in this particular device that is called laser printer. And I hope you all are familiar with the laser printer. Nowadays each and everyone are going for printouts. Either they might be having their own personal printers or they may take it from outside. But you all have seen the printer. So this printer uses the phenomena of static electricity and it is a sort of temporary glue. Laser printer uses this phenomena as a glue to paste the ink on the paper. Well, first I show you the diagram. This is the construction part. Main part, see this green one is circuit board. It receives the signals from the computer. And then there are two, this violet color and this one almost bluish in color, this one and this one. They are called corona wire. They are connected to high voltage power supply so that they produce charge. They are able to produce static charges. And this orange color disc is there now. This is called photoreceptor drum. On this drum, charges are deposited with the help of the corona wire. And very close to this we have ink toner cartridge ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು. It is filled with ink powder, and I am talking about only black and white printouts, not color. So therefore this is filled with black color ink powder. And very close to this circuit board we have a source of laser, and the laser source, in front of the laser source we have a mirror. This is a mirror. Next, coming to next part, this is called paper tray where you load the paper, and this is inlet. And there is one more corona wire, and then there is a wheel and belt arrangement, this belt and wheel arrangement, and then the outlet. Before just paper comes out of the printer, we have this red dot. This is called fusing unit. It is getting heated up and going to heat the paper, and thereby the output, that is printout, will be bit hot. That you might have already felt. So this is the construction. Now I read the construction. Different parts of the printer are corona wire. As I told, it is connected to high voltage power supply and they are able to produce the static charge. Photoreceptor drum, source of laser, ink roller or ink toner, paper tray, fusing unit. Fuser unit is to press the paper and to press the ink so that print becomes permanent. So this is the construction. Working, how actually it works, I tell you. From the computer, data is received by the printer and received by the circuit board in the printer. I can call this as heart of the circuit, printer. This circuit will decide what to print, how to print, which language to print. Everything will taken care by this circuit. Meanwhile, it will initiate the corona wire. So corona wire will be activated. Then what happens? Corona wire will be now ready to do its work. What is its work? It is going to produce the static charge. So corona wire will deposit positive charge on this drum uniformly on this entire drum. It will deposit positive charge. Meanwhile, this circuit will also give the command to laser source to emit the light according to the printout, according to the letter, diagram or whatever the information that you are going to print. Accordingly, the laser beam will emit the light. So laser, you all know, is a source which converts electrical signals into optical signals. So this is going to do that job. Well, I want to print letter A. Let us say I want to print letter A. For example, letter A I want to print. Then A, how it looks like, let me write it in bold. So this is a letter A. Okay. Then this part is black. This is full black. Okay, this I want to print. This is full black. And wherever I want to print black and wherever I want to print white, that should be distinguishable. Okay, so this is black. So you'll see this. This is black portion, right? And this is also black portion. So if I deposit black like this, then it looks like letter A. So simple it is. Okay, so now our laser source will take the command what to print from the circuit board. Accordingly, it will emit the light, and that light is directed towards the drum. Okay, now follow carefully. The region which has to be printed black is now negatively charged. That means this drum is already positive. This light will come and remove the positive charge, so that portion becomes negative. So whatever to be printed becomes negative, whatever not to be printed remains positive. That means white portion remains positive, black portion becomes negative. Meanwhile, the toner keeps on rotating, drum keeps on rotating. From this toner, see, this toner is positively charged. See, too many positive and negative. Let us not get confused. First, corona wire will deposit positive on the drum, and then laser beam will remove the selected part positive charge. Wherever black to be printed, it is negative. Wherever white to be printed, it is positive. Okay, that's all. Now this drum is totally positive. It is full of ink powder. Now the ink powder is sprayed onto the drum. Ink powder is positive, drum is negative. Powder will go and sit on the drum, so it gets clinked to the negative portion. So wherever I want to print A, so black powder will go and sit there. Okay, so it is deposited. Then meanwhile, from the tray, paper will enter the scenario. As it comes, paper is also charged by the corona wire. So the paper moves on the belt. So belt is something like escalator. Paper keeps on moving. Once the paper arrives at the drum, paper will pull the powder, will pull the ink. That means paper is now pressed by the drum. See, for example, I have a mark here. I have a mark here. Now I have my hand is paper anta itkoli. So I press my hand like this. Then what happens? That ink gets deposited over there. So when I press the paper, the ink gets deposited over there. Same thing, drum, on the drum I have already deposited. That means it is a sort of painting the drum. You are not literally painting, you are depositing the charge, depositing the ink by means of static charge. So you made this negative, and A is deposited, and now when I bring the paper here, A gets printed on the paper. Okay, so then ink particles on the paper are loosely bound. If you just do like this, it gets erased. So that is not the correct method. Actually, I want permanent print. That means the ink powder gets stuck to the paper permanently. Therefore, what I do, I make the paper to travel further. So paper to travel further, it goes like this, like this, like this, and arrives here. When it is coming to that red dot is already hot. So paper is going through two red dots. So these means the fusing elements, they will press. It is something like ironing the cloth. So the red dots means the fusing unit is ironing the paper, thereby that ink powder which was loosely bound to the paper, it becomes permanent. So finally output you get hot print out. Okay, so this is the working of laser printer. All these steps are mentioned in this case. Okay, so look at the working procedure. So electronic data, just go through the notes. So whatever I explained, it is there. So procedure, electronic data enters the printer from the computer. That the electronic circuit in the printer device will decide how to print the data. The circuit will activate the corona wire and gives the static charge. Corona wire will charge the photo drum. This is what I told you, corona wire will charge the drum so that the drum gains positive charge and it spreads uniformly on the drum. So in the second part, so the drum rotates, laser beam comes, everything. So I told you black becomes negative, white becomes positive. White portion, wherever white to be printed, it is remaining positive. Wherever black to be printed, it will be negative. So please just go through the notes, and also its notes is available in the description box. So this is the working of laser printer. Okay, now laser printer, of course it is a little bit lengthy, writing part is little bit lengthy, but there is no option. So first data comes from the computer, enters the circuit, circuit will activate corona wire and laser, corona wire will charge the drum, laser will also charge the drum, corona wire will charge the drum positively, laser will remove the positive charge at the selected place, and then ink from the toner gets attracted by the drum and paper will arrive, paper get pressed by the drum, and ink particles will be transferred onto the paper, and those particles are loosely bound, and the paper is now made to pass through the fusing unit where it is getting ironed, means the heat will press the ink particles and they get stuck to the paper permanently. This is the mechanism of laser printer. Now comes another equally important application. What is laser range finder? With neat diagram explain the construction and working of LRF, means laser range finder. See dear students, distance measurement is called range finding. You use measuring tapes or scale, okay, or even our body parts also we can use. See, this is called 1 feet, okay, like that. There are many options, but this traditional method like using scale or tape or any other thread or chain, something like that, is a little bit laborious, also not accurate. Especially for civil engineers, distance measurements are very important. So nowadays we are using laser for that purpose. How actually laser works, you know? Let us say this is a laser source. I have a target here. When I press the laser source, light will come and hit the target and returns back. If I can measure the time taken for to and fro motion, then I know velocity is equal to distance by time taken, so that I can measure the distance. I can measure the to and fro distance, divide it by 2, then I get this exact distance. So simple it is. It is exactly similar to radar. In the radar also we have the same procedure. So you know, radio waves will go towards the target aeroplane, suffer reflection and then come back. Okay, suffer reflection and come back. And you measure the time taken for that, thereby you can measure the range. Okay, radar, radio detection and ranging. This is in the place of radio wave we use laser. Okay, so it goes like this. LRF is a device used to measure distances more accurately, and it works on the principle of radar. Actually LRF are very useful for defense. Soldiers they carry this. It is very similar to binoculars, much smaller than binocular, and using that they can measure distances 5 to 10 kilometer distance they measure accurately. Okay, so LRF not only useful for civil engineers, even for defense people also, even in robots also they use LRF, range finders. There are so many places where you can see the role of LRF. Okay, how it works? I told you, there must be a source of light, that is essentially laser source, and there must be a receiver and there must be a display board. So light goes towards the target. Target can be wall, target can be enemy's ship, target can be enemy's tanker, target can be other end of the bridge. Civil engineers, they measure the length of the bridge, height of the bridge, width of the bridge, all those things. So anything, whatever the object you want to measure, the distance between you and the object, that object becomes a target. So this is the target. After reflection it arrives here and finally it will go to the display board. Well, the process goes like this. It consists of 3 parts: transmitter, receiver and display board or readout. And the working procedure: transmitter uses a pulsed laser. See, actually in laser there are 2 types of pulsed laser. One pulse will come and returns back. Another one is continuous wave. For LRF, pulsed wave is more suitable than continuous wave. Okay. Well, target will reflect the signals and these signals pass through the filter. Suppose if there are any external noise, that has to be removed. Therefore, we make use of filter. Anyway, I have not shown the filter in the diagram. If you want, you can put the filter somewhere here. filtered signal comes to the receiver where it is amplified. So suppose if the weak signal is received, it has to be amplified. Then amplified signal enters the counter. By counting the number of pulses that have entered, time traveled can be calculated. Once you know the time traveled, the distance 2d can be calculated using this formula. So this velocity is equal to distance traveled divided by time taken. See, total distance, this is the small d, total distance is d plus d, so that is 2d divided by t. So I want only d, then it is tc divided by 2. So by knowing the value of t, anyway c is speed of light, substitute and you can calculate the distance, accurate distance. In fact, some LRFs are so accurate that they can measure more than 10 kilometer distance with the small error of about 5 meter. 5 meter error is considerable only. When it comes to 10,000 meter, 10 kilometer nalli 5 meter error is not a big error. So this is about laser range finder and this is about applications of laser. Well, I stop this video here. I will come back to you with optical fiber and optical fiber applications. Thank you for your patient hearing.